welcome back, or if you're new, welcome in. My name's Chris, and, well, my family and I were doing a little bit of a staycation over at the BroAdmoor. We have one more little day here, and then it's time to head home, but I think today I'm going to explore just a little bit more out here in the area. So why don't you come along and let's see what we can see. It's not the cheapest hotel in the world. This chocolate croissant and large coffee cost me about 20 bucks. Yeah, but if you watched my last video, you'd know that, yeah, this hotel is absolutely worth the cost. I don't think I've ever been at a hotel this beautiful. Whoa, hey, we got swans. Yeah, how can you beat a hotel like this? Yeah, sorry, I got a little distracted by the swans there. Like I was saying, my daughter still has a little bit more competition left. Tonight, well, that's the solo competition. But before I go down there, just a quick last look at the room. These beds were, well, these were the most comfortable beds I've slept in since that Disney cruise. Nothing can top the Disney beds. And this fridge was so cold, it actually froze our grapes and my mom's hard-boiled eggs. And then this bathtub was actually the most perfect bathtub I've ever been in. The absolute perfect depth and length. The only thing it was missing was bubbles. Yeah, but if you want to see the rest of that room tour, it's on my previous video. I'll go ahead and link that in the description. Now it's time for my last bit of Nespresso. Then I'm going to head down to that competition and I'll see you on the other side. You know, I wonder how Michael Phelps feels being right under Boris Johnson. Of course, Katy Perry is on the same wall as Diana Ross. And Guy Fieri. And the most famous photo of all, right next to the actual JCPenney. There is still so much of this hotel that I have not seen. I'm going to definitely have to come back. Like, seriously, there's all these ballrooms, and I wonder if I can go down here. Wow. Alright, here's the entrance to those ballrooms. But that's pretty much all there is down here. Well, along with some artwork on the walls. And some very beautiful hallways. I am gonna miss this place. I definitely have to come back. Well, she did very well, at least in my opinion. Yeah, I'll get the results of the competition a little bit later. I tend not to stick around for these because I don't want to be judgmental of other people's kids. You know, back in the late 80s to early 90s, I was a fan of a live singing and dancing show back in Six Flags Magic Mountain. I don't want to put all that fandom onto, you know, children. Yeah, that show at Magic Mountain was also where I started picking up my camera for the first time. I had one of those heavy brick of a camcorders. Back in the late 80s, early 90s, used to go around Magic Mountain all the time, filming rides, but mostly those shows. Became fans when it was a show called California Dreamin'. Eventually went on to become VHS, a living dance video, and, well, there were quite a few shows after that. Met the agent of one of those dancers, tried my hand at acting a little bit, ended up at the high school that I went to because of it. Yeah, a lot of my life went forward because of dance. So I really don't want to be in there, you know, be all judgmental of others. By the way, this is steam engine number 5. It was built in 1901 and ran until 1954. Yeah, I refuse to ever be that sports parent, so what do you say we just go on an adventure of our own? I still haven't really checked out a lot of this property, but I think we're gonna probably leave the property momentarily. So there's a waterfall I want to go check out. I do have to buy tickets separately for that, so I'll go ahead and do that and figure out what time I'll actually get there. But before I do, this is Spencer Penrose. Well, a statue of him anyway. He's the man who built this hotel, along with his wife. Alright, I bought my ticket for the waterfall. My entrance is in about a half hour, and the shuttle picks up over at the West Building. Apparently my mom accidentally got on that shuttle earlier. She tells me it's beautiful up there. Can't wait to see it myself. Well, the doorman just said that they'll let them know that I'm waiting for the shuttle. It should be just a couple minutes. And the van was actually waiting for me when I got there. It was a very short and scenic drive. Now it's just a bit of a walk. And the place is called Seven Falls. It cost me about $25 to come in. The price does vary by date and time. And the only way to get in here is by shuttle. Now they say it's about a 20-minute walk. Well, with how many times I've already stopped, it's probably going to be a little longer than that. And please proceed at your own risk and, well, no smoking. This is a very beautiful paved path. I'm not sure if any vehicles actually come up here other than the golf cart I just saw. And personally, I hope not. Because I would hate dodging cars along here. Apparently there's a trail over this way. Let's, yeah, I don't think there is. Either that or it's a very short trail. But at least we see a little bit of the river before we get up to the actual waterfall. Well, I'm assuming video counts. Oh, okay. Now I see why it led me kind of down the path. It was just kind of pointing in the slightly wrong direction. There is an actual little short path running right alongside the water here. It's not very long, but if I see a little path, you know I gotta take it. Oh wow, there's little cabins up there. Wonder what that's about. I'm guessing it's just employee parking. But there is a little trail right alongside of it. Yeah, I've got to check this trail out real quick. The main road is over there. So, you know, if I see a trail, I gotta follow it. Well, the trail led to a little building and some fire extinguishers, as well as what appears to be a bridge. Well, I have no idea what these buildings are for. Oh, apparently it's a mule barn. Alright, what do you say we move along across the bridge? Okay, wait, what? Are we talking the state or the president? Whatever it was pointing this way. If you see something, let me know. And I think that goes without saying here in Colorado, don't you? Hey, I found another bridge. Well, apparently there are some vehicles traveling along that road. I kind of want to be up here after sunset just to see how it looks under those lights, but I'm not going to be around that late today. But it is a nice little place to spend an afternoon. Just come on up here, take a hike, take in some sights, maybe have a picnic. This is a wonderful place. And I really hope the camera is doing all of this justice. As I walk up the mountain, the trail is getting slightly more crowded. That kind of makes me happy. Yeah, anytime people are in a place like this enjoying it, yeah, I kind of like that. Especially when the place is as stunning as all of this. Well, bless my soul. Oh, this place is just stunning. So are these the 7 waterfalls? Wow, I just happened to look up. Every view from every angle is just stunning. You know, honestly, I just keep stopping every couple of feet. I found another little side trail. It's actually in the 70s today, but it's expected to be snowing tomorrow. If you could believe it. Yeah, we haven't had much snow to speak of this winter. Every little bit helps. Otherwise, all these little waterfalls will become nothing more than a trickle. I could only imagine what all this would look like in the snow, but yeah, I'm glad it's nice and warm today. Even if there's a little bit of ice on the ground. You know, with all this wind, I'm thinking about putting on my microphone real quick. Don't let me forget that I have it on. Because otherwise I might take it off, put it in my pocket, and forget to turn it off, and, well, that's not something everybody wants to hear. I'm not sure if you could see it up there, but I think there might be a zip line. I know this place has a few, but if that's where the zip line is, it would be awesome. I'm not paying the couple $100 for it, but wow. Yeah, we've come across another little trail, and you know the rule. There are people walking right past these little spots. But me, I always like to slow down and look at the little things. Granted, not everything is little. Like the most scenic restrooms I've seen in years. Oh, wow. And just remember while we're out here, we are in bear country. There are quite a few rules for dealing with bears. Or, you know, more so keeping them away. I highly doubt we're going to see any bears out here today. But you never know. Okay, now I can confirm that is absolutely part of the zip line. Oh, wow. Yeah, there were a couple of different zip line courses I could have added on, but the cheapest one was maybe about $130. I'm not doing that today. Maybe if this page ever gets monetized. Well, not exactly sure how much farther up the mountain I have to go, but there is a restaurant up there, and I'm getting a little hungry. I could go for some onion rings or something. You know, something light, maybe not too expensive. And maybe a cocktail while I'm at it. Right now, however, I've come across another little picnic area. In fact, it almost looks like just a little area to wait for a train or something. But I don't see any tracks for a train. So I guess it's just a little shady spot. And it provides a nice quiet area to just relax for a little bit. Listen to the water. And just around from there, it looks like I've hit a steeper part, and hey, there's some cars up here. Oh, I wonder if it's old Smiley. Yeah, Smiley's always waiting for a handout. There's one time a typing teacher came and tried to pit Smiley, and now she's teaching shorthand. Okay, I am definitely interested. All I know is there's cars and some smoke up here. And there's a rope for either climbing or rappelling. I'm not sure which, because, well, nobody's using it at the moment. But apparently, if you want to know more, here's a QR code. something tells me we're almost at the top. Or maybe I'm only at the bottom. Okay, there apparently is an elevator. Let's see what's down here. The first thing we come across is a dedication plaque. And a whole bunch of memorabilia. Found a nice display of some old pottery in here as well. So apparently they started lighting the falls in 1947. Yeah, I definitely would love to see it after sunset. Oh wow, I found a beer stein that was purchased here in 1898. It's right next to a bone pen and a bone pen holder. Yeah, when I was getting directions, somebody told me to check out the cave. Yeah, it's not disappointing. I'm gonna look through all the memorabilia in here first and then maybe take that elevator. Yeah, the elevator is all the way down here at the end. I still have to check out the entire other side of the cave. Well, apparently there was a gift shop up here until 1998. So much history out here. I definitely have to explore a lot more. In fact, one of these days I definitely have to get up to Garden of the Gods. Yeah, some more photos of the native history out here at Seven Falls. Yeah, speaking of falls, I love this. The cave is actually leaking from the water up above. It's seeping through the rocks right in here. And there's the man himself, Walt Disney. Yeah, of course he had to come here in 1956. Oh wow, there's a look at the elevator shaft as they blasted it. That's right at the end of the hall. We're about to go up there. In fact, what do you say we head to that elevator now? There's some more of the water dripping down. It's actually quite wet in this area. And as we get on the elevator, remember, no jumping. Alright, I guess we're going to 2. Well, wave goodbye. We're going up. And we've made it. Oh wow, just look at this view. I mean, this view rocks. But apparently I saved myself the walk up all of those stairs. And that would have definitely affected my vertigo. In fact, just being up this high is kind of a little bit dizzying. That said, apparently my climbing is not done for the afternoon. Well, here we have an actual list of all 7 falls. I'll try to show that on the screen real quick. And there are the falls themselves, as I stand here hoping I don't fall. Yeah, I am definitely grabbing a bite to eat and a cocktail before I climb up those stairs. And before I go back down, let's take one last look at some of these views from this side. We'll try to brave the other side after I visit that restaurant down there. Okay, I think I'm going to warm up, however, by taking the stairs down. Ooh, okay, these are steep. Wish me luck. Oh, wow. Okay, it's not too bad. Kind of wish I was going up instead. That would probably be less on my vertigo. But we got this. And that was only the first part of the stairs down. And that's one flight down and way too many to go. Yeah, this is kind of easy, but not really. Alright, that's 2 down. I think just 1 more to go. Granted, it does look like the longest one. And I survived all 185 steps down. We'll see how I do on the way up the other side. But right now, I'm going to reward myself with a little snack and a drink. Welcome to 1858. And there's the actual entrance to the restaurant. That was a very tasty little snack. I started out with the onion rings, which were perfectly cooked. Some of the best onion rings I've had in a long time. And then since every cocktail is $25, I picked the one cocktail that is always worth $25. I went with the Gold Fashioned, which was made from 291 small batch rye, maple syrup, black walnut and orange bitters, and it had a nice little spray of some edible gold on it. Yeah, it's pretty much a simple old-fashioned, except with the gold and the addition of the walnut bitters, which did add a nice little taste to it. But now I think it's about time to brave that hike up to the very top of the waterfall, because apparently this one doesn't count. Yep, this should be fun. It should be just right up this path. I mean, the water's not coming down too fast, so it shouldn't be too high up, right? Yep, wish me luck. Well, I guess this waterfall is a fan. Or at least this part of it is. And don't worry, there's only 224 steps. And what steep steps they are. Alright, let's do this. Boy. Whew, good luck me. Yeah, I really don't think I could do this. Yeah, I think I'm only making it up to this first landing and then turning back around. Yeah, I think this is as far as I'm going. It's a beautiful view from here. And unfortunately, if y'all want to see the view from way up there, you're going to have to do it yourselves. Oh, bummer. Somebody lost their water bottle. I'm just going to admire the view from up here a little bit longer before I head back down. I made it back down. Yeah, just like at Bishop Castle, that vertigo got the better of me. I put my camera in my pocket to get back down, so I made sure I didn't drop it. Yeah, honestly, my legs are a bit rubber after that climb. Yeah, on that note, I think I'm going to start heading on back down the mountain and start wrapping this video up. You know, honestly, I'm not ashamed at all at how far I made it. I'm actually surprised I made it that far. Yeah, I honestly doubt I would have made it even halfway up that one flight of stairs if it wasn't for that drink. I did learn during that nice little hike that my daughter did win the top honor for her solo dance. Alright, so how did you do at the competition?
I think I did pretty well. I got this for my solo. It's a double platinum. The best thing you can get is a crystal. I got first in my category, and I was 0.4 away from a crystal, and I got 17th overall out of 38 people, I think, dances, solos, yeah. And for my duet, I got platinum, which is not the best, but we were literally like half a point away from a double platinum, so pretty good. All of my small groups got crystals, which is the best thing that you can get. So 1, 2, 3 got crystals, and then the line that we did, which is like a big group, like a combined group, got a crystal too. And then all of my large groups got double platinums. So yeah. And then one of our dances, called Tusk, got first overall. And I have to bring this back to the studio, but for now it's on my shelf. But yeah, we got first overall, so yeah.
So very much congratulations to her. As for this video and, well, all of you, I definitely want to thank you all for joining me. I am not a monetized page, so every view and every like does help, so thank you very much for being here. And please remember that the world is a tough place right now, so try to bring a little extra kindness into some random strangers' lives. We could all use it. And until next time, remember to slow down a little bit. Take some time to look at the little things. And a trip or two out into nature couldn't hurt either. Because we do have a very beautiful world around us. There is beauty all around you. You just have to know where to look. Good night, all.